Hi, I'm Amy, the founder of amyshealthybaking.com and the author of the cookbook Healthier Chocolate Treats, which contains recipes for breakfasts, snacks, and desserts for every chocoholic. I know, healthy and chocolate in the same title probably sounds like an oxymoron. But I'm going to tell you exactly how I created those recipes that are full of chocolate and taste indulgent, yet are waistline friendly and help you fit into those skinny jeans and those summertime swimsuits. And I'm also going to give you an exclusive sneak peek preview of everything inside too. I have always loved chocolate. Even as a little girl at Halloween, I plowed straight through the fruity candy and saved all of the chocolate candies, especially the Three Musketeers and the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups for last. I even had a super special way of eating those Reese's. I would eat the chocolate around the outsides, letting it slowly melt on my tongue, and then I'd eat the chocolate off the top, and then the chocolate off the bottom, and then pop the entire peanut butter piece in my mouth to chew. Then, when I reached high school, my mom started stocking our pantry with dark chocolate. She usually bought a long thin tube from Trader Joe's that held about 20 pieces that are about that big and that thick. And they automatically had built-in portion control, so she would eat a little bit in the afternoon and a little bit after dinner to help her avoid eating extra cookies like my brother and I were doing. Later that same year, during my freshman year of high school, my dad's college roommate took a sabbatical from where he taught as a professor at a university in Utah, and about once a month he came out to California to visit us. As a surprise one night, he bought a bar of Trader Joe's dark chocolate for my mom and me, wrapped in red paper, and it was one of their pound-plus bars. This big, this tall, this thick. It barely lasted my mom and me a few days. We loved it so much. And so that became a tradition. Every time he visited, he would buy one of those pound-plus bars of dark chocolate on his first day and on his last, because he knew the first one wouldn't quite make it through his entire stay, and that way we would still have some dark chocolate after he left. That love affair with chocolate lasted through my high school days, through my undergraduate days at college, and clear through my graduate days at college too. And when I left my job to start working full-time on amyshealthybaking.com, that love affair grew even bigger. Because I worked at home by myself during the day, nobody was there to notice or judge me if I snuck a small piece of dark chocolate after breakfast, and another after lunch, and another as an afternoon snack. And everyone basically knows that dessert after dinner is mandatory, so I had a couple of squares of dark chocolate then too. So when I had the opportunity to write a cookbook, I immediately knew what the subject would be. As someone who's health-oriented and a huge chocoholic, Healthier Chocolate Treats was the perfect cookbook for me. Healthier Chocolate Treats contains more than 50 exclusive brand new recipes for breakfast, snacks, and desserts. Each recipe comes with a corresponding color photograph because, let's face it, we all eat with our eyes. And I almost never buy a cookbook unless there's a color photograph to go with every recipe. I want to know exactly what the final recipe is supposed to look like. How tall do those muffins rise? How big are those energy bites supposed to be? How much do cookies spread while baking in the oven? And just how fudgy are those brownies going to be? And most importantly, how much chocolate is in each and every one of these treats? Each recipe also comes with the full nutrition information as well as any appropriate dietary labels. These include gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, clean eating, paleo, and high protein. And for those recipes that are really close to falling into one of those dietary labels, but not quite, there's an entire section at the end of the cookbook dedicated to substitutions that will help you modify those recipes to suit your dietary needs. You'll also find sections that cover all of the equipment and ingredients you will need to make each and every recipe in the cookbook. There's also a section dedicated to proper measurement techniques to help ensure that the recipes that you try turn out with the perfect taste and texture every time you make them. Just like on amyshealthybaking.com, the recipes in this cookbook are lower in fat and calories than traditional versions, but without sacrificing any of the flavor. If you've been around my blog for a while, you already know what my favorite ingredient in healthier baking is. It's Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt adds the same moisture as extra butter or oil for a fraction of the calories, and it even gives your recipes a protein boost too. I used it in all of the muffin, scone, brownie, cupcake, and cake recipes. Plus, I used it to make a sweet and creamy strawberry dip for healthy snacking, and to make whipped cream for the crepes and shortcakes, as well as in the white chocolate parfaits. It even makes the most irresistible frosting for my favorite dark chocolate cupcakes. Another super easy and healthy swap is to use non-fat milk or non-dairy milk in place of whole milk. This trick shaves off lots of calories from your muffins, your scones, your cupcakes, and your brownies. I even use non-fat milk to make my healthier Muddy Buddies. They're chocolate-covered rice cereal snacks, and they're also called puppy chow. But no, they're not actually meant for dogs to eat. My healthier Muddy Buddy recipe in this cookbook has just half the calories of traditional versions, but it still has the same sweet flavor and crunch. As for the cookies, some of my favorite recipes in the entire cookbook, I used a different trick to make them healthier. Using Greek yogurt instead of butter would make the cookies turn out with a cakey or bready texture, sort of like a muffin. And I adore chewy cookies, so I am not sacrificing that texture. Instead, I simply decrease the amount of butter and increase the amount of vanilla extract. Extra vanilla extract imitates butter's flavor, so these cookies taste just as rich and buttery as traditional versions, especially the chocolate chip cookies on page 76, and the sugar cookies on page 108. As a chocoholic, I have quite a few favorite recipes. In the breakfast chapter, I love the strawberry banana chocolate chip muffins on page 16, the double chocolate zucchini muffins on page 18, and the strawberry and dark chocolate sweet rolls on page 28. When it comes to the snacks chapter, I love the chocolate flax crackers on page 48, the chocolate chip soft pretzel bites on page 56, and the dark chocolate cinnamon Muddy Buddies on page 60. And with a huge sweet tooth, you know how hard it is for me to pick favorite desserts. But my list definitely includes the oatmeal chocolate chip cookies on page 81, the fudgy dark chocolate brownies on page 84, the chocolate pudding pie on page 102, the dark chocolate cupcakes on page 114, and the dark chocolate drizzled coffee bundt cake on page 120. If you're anything like me, you love baking and sweet treats, but you still want to fit into your skinny jeans. And that's the beauty of this cookbook. You don't have to give up the sweet treats. You can have the best of both worlds. Healthier chocolate treats proves that cookies and cupcakes and scones and brownies and even truffles and whipped cream can still taste good and be part of a healthy diet. You don't have to sacrifice everything that tastes amazing to stay on track with your healthy eating habits. So if that sounds like a dream come true, then I invite you to join me. Keep baking those muffins and scones. Keep eating those chocolate chip cookies and those extra fudgy brownies. And stay healthy and feel good while doing it.